Good morning, everyone. Smouse is in the house, and today I have a model show haul video for you. I know I haven't done videos in the last 2 weeks because I really don't have any new stuff to show, but there was a model show yesterday, and I did pick up a few things. I think we did okay. Wasn't the biggest haul, wasn't the greatest deals, but made some decent deals, got some stuff. So let me just go over it real quick with you. See, you can see what I picked up, and I'll give you some reasoning to why I picked some of the stuff up. So first one on the bottom is a Boeing 707 Air Force One. It's in 1/100 scale. This is an older kit, and I've had these before. I paid $20 for it. Generally, they sell about $70. I'll have to look at the condition of the decals and things like that because it is an older kit. Sometimes they go bad, and that will affect the price. But I do know all the parts are there because I opened all these when I was there, so all the parts are there, and they're sealed in the bags. It makes it easier to go through and sell when everything's still sealed. Next is a 1/32 scale, so a larger scale model. Only $10. For $10, I'll buy almost any 1/32 scale, especially jet fighter. Generally, they're about $30. Now, the next one's a little tricky. This guy was pretty close on prices on all his items to where you wouldn't be able to buy it and resell it and make anything. It might not have been a bad deal if you wanted one, but the Airfix Buccaneer, I believe, is about a $35 model. He had $25 on it. But there's something different about this one, and I knew this trick. As soon as I picked up the box, I knew I had the right one, and I'm surprised nobody else did. This box is heavy as anything. There is nothing anywhere on this box other than it tells you there's 5 different schemes for it. But there's nowhere anywhere on this box that will tell you when you bought it, you actually get 2 complete model kits, 2 different versions of the airplane, and 5 different sets of decals to pick from. So you can actually build 2 completely different models, like different versions, different color schemes, everything. I got that for $25. So that is about a $60 to $70 model kit rather than a $30 model kit. Sorry for the camera going all over the place. So that was a great find. I learned that years ago that Airfix made some of those kits as a double kit, but it doesn't tell you, and some people just don't pay attention, and that's how you get the deal sometimes. You have to know that stuff, and you have to pay attention. So got that one, so that was a kind of a cool deal. These used to do okay. I don't know if they still do okay anymore. It's a twin Mustang. Only paid $5 for it. It also came with some resin parts. Sometimes you can get good money just for the resin. I'll take it out, sell the kit separate, and then sell the resin parts separate. So we'll have to see. For $5, I used to get good money for them. I don't think they're worth nearly as much now, but we should do okay. This one was $5. It's not worth a whole lot. Maybe 10 to 15. So, still double our money once, fees and taxes are taken out. Same thing with this. These are 1/72 scale. Tu-26 backfire is not even exactly a real plane. They didn't know exactly what the plane looked like, and they made a model of it anyway. They still do okay. Generally about $30. Hopefully, maybe only $25. I'll have to look them up. Prices always change on these things. So, the B-47E is a nice kit. Again, probably another $30 kit. So not going to do great on it once fees and stuff are taken out, but I'll make a couple bucks off each one. This one, AN-72 Russian transport and patrol aircraft. This one I've had before. And just recently, I believe, they had $20 on it. I believe I sold it for $60, so you should do well on that. Next one is one I may keep. I don't have this one. For $10. It comes with 2 airline versions, but the other one's an Afghanistan Special Forces one, and which is the one on the box. And I'll probably paint it that way because I do like military more so. But I bought it for $10. We'll see what it's worth. Have to decide. I'll just probably hold on to it for a while and maybe one day down the road get rid of it. Now these two are just different versions of the same airplane. One is a electronics version, and the other one is a bomber version. Bomber version has the internal bomb bay in the center of the airplane, which is kind of cool. I'm going to keep this one. I do like it. Going to sell the Interceptor one. I do have this version of it, which is got the rocket pods on the wings. So I might even build. I like different versions of the same plane, so I might keep both. All right. Next, this is a giant transport airplane, World War II, Germany. This one's 1/72nd scale. I paid $20 for it. I'm not sure what they're worth. Hoping around 40 to 50. There is a glider version of this airplane. Does not nearly do as well. A lot of times you'll find them for 10 or 15 bucks, but it's hard to get 20 for them, or at least it used to be. I don't know anymore. Like I said, prices always change, so sometimes you got to look stuff up. But other times, I'm just trying to get through the model show sometimes, especially first trip around, and just try to find the really good buys and not. Next is a tri-engine Italian World War II aircraft, the SM-82. Paid $15 for it. It should be worth $35, I believe. Next is Emily, Japanese flying boat. Paid $20. Not sure what they're worth. This one's still sealed in the box, and it's the newer version. As models progressed, they became more detailed. So there's older versions of this model with a lot less detailing on them. This is the nicer detailing, make it worth a lot more money. Much nicer kit. And the flying boats usually do pretty good. So I think, again, hopefully the $40, $45 range, so I can, make a few bucks off of it. The Vietnam Caribou. This plane actually does really well. $5, I snagged that quick. All the parts are there, sealed in the bag. I sell these for $30, and they go instantly at $30. So we'll make good money on that one. This was another one I just kind of grabbed when I was grabbing other stuff. $5. It's probably only a $15 kit, but we'll make a few bucks off it pretty quick. They sell easily. This one is a spooky gunship. Somebody started painting it, but they only did the interior, and they didn't do a bad job. Everything's still on the trees. All parts are there, so I don't think it'll hurt anybody that wants to build it. Paid $5. It, another, hopefully even with the way it's painted, $12, $15. This one I did look up as I was going through. A special version of Peggy has a guided missile. Could not find any comps sold in the U.S. The guy had $20 on it. The comps outside the U.S. were like $45. So, and there's none currently for sale. So being a special version and obviously not being incredibly, I don't know. It's rare in the U.S. to find it, and currently you can't find any. So I can price this one a little aggressively without going crazy, and should sell. So maybe $50 or so, and double my money real quick, hopefully. Now, Special Hobbies makes some interesting aircraft. There's 3 that I've always looked for. It took me forever to get for my own collection. This was one of them, and the guy who had this one actually had the other 2 as well. But he had this one priced the lowest, which was kind of odd. I actually got it for $50. I talked him down $5. Still sealed in the bag. Germany's only 4-engine bomber during World War II. These sell for over $100. So we're going to do pretty good on that one. The other 2 are the 4-engine Italian bomber, the Prego 108. He had that priced at like $63, and they only sell for around $65, $70. like I said, if I could find them cheap, if you could find one for like $30, $40, well, maybe not even 40, but $30 or so, you can double your money, which is what I try to do. The other one is a DO-317. It also sells for around $60, and that's where he had it priced. So did not grab either one of those, but grab this one. Like I said, I'm going to ask. The cheapest one currently on eBay is $145. So I'm probably going to go around $125 and undercut those people and make myself a quick 50, hopefully. Snag these two as well. These are Russian bombers, pre-World War II. Both are still sealed in the box. Got them for $20 a piece. I always loved Russian aircraft. I know these planes. They used to be worth a lot of money. I wasn't sure, so I did look them up when I got home. They're still worth about $60, so we'll do real well on those at $20 a piece. There is a version where they have planes that hang underneath the wings because the bombers could go farther than the fighters, and then the bombers had no protection. So they would carry planes under their wings. When they got to enemy territory where they're going to do the bombing, they would release the planes to use as fighter defense. They would bomb, and then everybody would be able to make it back home with the fuel they had, because the fighters had very limited range. If you can find that version, grab that version. It's worth over $100. This version, not worth nearly as much. It's more common. The other one's a lot more rare, but still a good buy. $20, some for $60, especially still sealed in the box. And then I got a group of U.S. bombers, all 1/72nd scale as well. B-24M. This one's actually a decent one. I think it was this one. It sells for about $45. Paid $10 for it. Next one is kind of where I thought they sold for. B-24D. This one sells for about $20 to $25. Somebody did have a resin wheel set in there. Like I said, usually I take the resin out, sell them separate, but the wheel sets usually aren't worth a whole lot, so we'll have to see what I'll do with that. But that's about a $20 model, $20 to $25 maybe. The next one, Cocky Bobby, the B-24L, a little bit better plane again. Maybe a $35 kit. I bought for $10. The B-24J. This one does pretty well. Even being one of the older ones. Should get about $25 for it for my $10 investment. And then same thing with the B-17G. Paid $10 for it. I'm going to try to get $20 to $25 for it. Last but not least, got some tanks. We'll start with the Russian one first. Not a great tank. It used to be a really rare tank. I think if any of you watched my videos before, I have a few of these. I love the Russian stuff. These used to be worth a lot of money, but then they remade the molds. Another company bought the molds and remade the tanks. So they're not quite as rare. They're not rare at all anymore, and dropped the price on them dramatically. So this is about a $25 to $30 tank now. I paid $12 for it, so we'll do okay. I used to try to buy these for around $20, and you can sell them for $50 to $60. And then there's a T-38, a bigger tank. They used to sell for $70 to $90. But now they're all cut in half. I could only sell them for about what I would pay for them now. But so I did pick up this tank though, Tamaya KV-1 Russian tank, and I mentioned before in my other ones, things you have to look for. It's motorized. Makes this tank worth a lot more money. You can tell by the number on the box if it is an MT. Not an MM, but an MT, and then whatever number is the kit number. That means it's motorized. Now, you do want to check to make sure it has those parts inside. So we got the drivetrain, and we got the motor. Because even though the box might be worth a little bit of money, just to have, somebody that collects the boxes, if you don't have the motor and the drivetrain with it, you just have the regular KV tank with a, motorized box. And it doesn't, you don't get the money for them. Paid 20 for it. Not sure what this one's worth. Most of the motorized ones start around $40 and go up from there. I don't think the KB one's one of the more expensive ones, because I have had other ones that are worth $80 to $100. I don't think this one's one of those. I think this is a more common one. But hopefully double our money. Like I said, get 40, maybe a little bit more for it. But that's everything I got this week at the model show. Thanks for sitting through this 15-minute video. If you made it this far and listened to my annoying voice and monotone talk. But yeah, this is what we got today. Yesterday. Drove a little over, it's about a little over 2-hour ride down from my house to Richmond. And coming back, there's, since it's afternoon, we always get stuck in traffic, and it takes much, much longer to get home. Over 3 hours, I believe it was, to get back, just sitting on 95 in traffic. But so I'm going to get started on going through them, taking pictures, and putting them on eBay today, hopefully. Start getting some of that money back. So everybody have a good weekend. This is what the rest of my weekend will be like. And hopefully I'll have something for you next week to show you. Thanks again for watching, and see you later.